Hello guys and gals, it's your boy Spud here, and I've got another episode of Who the Hell Is? What episode is this? Episode 3, right? Yeah, okay, episode 3. So today we'll be talking about a duo, unit, I'm not sure what to call it at this point, who is actually quite new to the music industry, and their name is YOASOBI. Honestly, every time I say YOASOBI, I want to say wasabi or yakisoba. It's stupid. It seems like only yesterday that they blew up and took Japan by storm. Which is kind of true, since they haven't even been out for a year. But I'm glad they did blow up. YOASOBI has a very interesting combination of Vocaloid and Japanese pop. So we're going to take a dive into this unique approach to their music and learn a bit more about the two artists who make up YOASOBI. So without further ado, let's dive on in. YOASOBI made their debut on November 16th, 2019, with their debut song being Yoru ni Kakeru, which was also used for a novel called Titus no Iwaku. I hope I'm saying that right. Titus no Iwaku. Titus no Iwaku. それの方が簡単。For some reason, this song was widely used on TikTok, and within 5 months, this song was well over the 1 million mark on YouTube. Then again, that's not so hard to do nowadays. Please like and subscribe. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The million-dollar question is, why is YOASOBI so popular? Well, before we get into that, we need to understand the two people who make up this unit. And yes, YOASOBI is a unit, but not in the traditional sense. The two members of YOASOBI are Ayase and Ikura, or better known as Ikura. So yeah, Ayase is the composer and writer, while Ikura is the vocalist. So let's start off by talking about Ayase. Prior to YOASOBI, Ayase is known for his Vocaloid music that he has created on Nico Nico Douga. And basically, Nico Nico Douga is a Japanese version of YouTube. I got it. Nico Nico Douga is like if Vimeo and YouTube had a baby, then you get Nico Nico Douga with a little bit more hentai-ish vibe to it. Nico Nico. Anyway, Ayase got his big break when he released... what's the name of that song again? That's right. Sentensei Assault Girl. That is the name of it. It was actually his first upload, at least on that account. And yeah, after that, he just gathered a huge following. I mean, honestly, I don't know what this guy is doing, but anytime he composes something, success isn't far behind. I need to learn this guy's formula. Did I mention, please subscribe? So although Ayase does work under YOASOBI, he has other commitments besides the unit. Ayase has composed songs for The Binary and virtual YouTuber Lucien, just to name a few. On top of that, some of you guys may have not known this, but Ayase also can sing. He was actually part of a band back in high school, and he continued to sing for about 9 years. Whether or not he's still singing now, I don't have an answer for that. But if someone does know, please tell me in the comments, because I am very curious. Alright, switching gears over to Ikura. I love that name, Ikura. Although I want to say Iruka, which is dolphin, but that's a whole different thing, and then it's that character from Naruto, and I'm just going on a tangent. Focus! Ikura was born on September 9th, 2000 in Tokyo, and she is a singer and songwriter. Like Ayase, she does have other commitments outside of YOASOBI. Ikura has a more structured form when it comes to her musical background. For starters, Ikura joined Sony Music's new singer program called The Lesson, which, as it sounds, is basically a program meant to train potential new singers. And later that year, she released a demo album called 15 no Omoi, or in this case, probably Jugo no Omoi. The following year, in 2017, she joined a group called Kurasokani. And from what I can tell, most of these songs are easy listening covers of very popular songs. So basically like an acoustic band. Ikura is responsible for playing guitar, keyboard, trumpet, and of course, singing vocals. And then in 2018, Ikura released her first mini-album called Reprise. And while I haven't listened to all the songs on the album, I did listen to one of her songs called Yakusoku, which is perhaps the most overused Japanese song title of all time, next to Hanabi. However, the song itself is actually very nice. It's sweet. If anything, it's kind of comparable to country pop music, or maybe Taylor Swift pre-pop. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Okay, so let's focus back on YOASOBI. As I said before, on November 19th, Ayase and Ikura joined together to form YOASOBI. And their debut song was Yoru ni Kakeru, which was a major hit thanks to social media. Not long after the success of their first single, in December, they released a teaser for their second single called Ano Yume o Nazotte, which officially released on January 18th. This is actually my favorite song by YOASOBI. This is a song that I can personally relate to because it's about your first love and being head over heels for that first love. And I'm sure most people have experienced this in their life at least once, so I think for most people this song is really relatable. So here's an interesting fact. For the most part, each song goes by a chapter. And that is because each song is telling a story that is related to another story released on monogatari.com, which is a website for short stories and short novels, those kind of things. Although there are some weird exceptions. For some reason, the third single isn't called Chapter 3. Instead, the fourth single is called Chapter 3. I don't know what's up with that, but that is the main premise. So now we get down to the main event. Why is YOASOBI so popular? And as always, I do have a theory, and this one is pretty dead on, in my opinion. So, hear me out. First, let's take a journey back to the early 2010s. For those who didn't know, back in those times, it's only been 10 years since 2010. Actually, that's a long time. Anyway, back in those days, Vocaloid music was very popular in Japan. Nico Nico Doga was in its prime, and we were introduced to Vocaloid, and then Hatsune Miku, and a bunch of other things. Yeah, it was good times. But of course, like most popular things, the craze kind of died down, and it's now at a normal level. So yes, while Vocaloid music has died down, there is still I wouldn't say strong following, but there is still a devoted group of fans out there who listen to Vocaloid music. And yes, I definitely think this is true because look at Ayase. He focuses on Vocaloid music and look how popular he is. But now, the question is, what happens when you take Vocaloid music, tone it down a bit, and then combine it with Japanese pop? You get success, baby. Lots and lots of money. It's actually quite brilliant. I mean, you take this kind of niche genre and mix it in with a popular genre, and then the Vocaloid fan base and the pop fan base come into one. It's perfect. It meets everyone's expectations for music, at least in Japan. And then, of course, another reason for their success is the backing up from Sony Music's marketing department. No crap. But I also do believe the music videos play a huge role in the popularity as well. Earlier I said each song tells a story, and you can see that in the music video as well. Everything is vividly detailed and colorful and bright. It's actually very reminiscent of Nico Nico Doga videos. There I go again, talking about Nico Nico Doga. Yeah, it all comes back to Nico Nico, doesn't it? They're gonna make a comeback someday. As of this recording, YOASOBI has released 5 songs, or in this case 5 singles, with their most recent song being released September 1st, called Gunjo. And yes, the song has only been out for a few days, so I don't have a final verdict on the song, but yeah, it's good. I especially like the chorus. Anyway, I digress. Honestly, I wish I could find out more information about YOASOBI, but since they are still relatively new to the music industry, information on them is pretty scarce. I did manage to find an article featuring an interview of the members of YOASOBI, and it was actually in English, which was even weirder. So I will provide a link down at the bottom if you guys are curious about that, so check that out. In terms of the future of YOASOBI, honestly, it seems bright. I mean, there's literally no other artists out there like them, at least that I know of. And with little competition means a lot of room to grow. So at this point, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any reason why they would disappear. And with them consistently releasing singles, they will always be relevant in the public eye. So if they keep this up, they're good to go. Alright everybody, so that was my video for Who the Hell is YOASOBI? For those who do know YOASOBI, do you guys like them? How do you feel about the Vocaloid aspect? How do you feel about the pop aspect? I would love to hear your opinions, so be sure to comment down below. And if you like the video, please smash, no, don't smash, obliterate that like button like Obelisk the Tormentor, Yu-Gi-Oh reference. And if you really liked it, be sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you will be notified for every video that I upload, which I do every week. Yeah. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. And with that being said, as always, enjoy life, enjoy music. Peace.